Hey everyone, Bitcoin here from
The Big Jabowski.
This round I am up against Rot from the guild. I have no idea how to pronounce this, but he's from, I believe, a Japanese guild, unless I'm wrong about the alphabet here. He's got a really strong roster, and in general my week is just looking super tough, which I'll show you in a minute. But this guy, he's got a really good roster, pretty much similar in terms of mods as well. He's got a very strong nearly full Relic 7 Darth Revan team, I believe. Yeah, he's got 3 4s in there and 2 7s. Then his General Skywalker team, and for the rest a very large amount of Gear 12s. So he's got quite a lot of roster depth there. Really good roster, decent modding, and one of many strong opponents that are in my bracket this week. I've got this guy that I lost against in the first week, and I thought I might face him again when we would be in the same league again, which we are. So I'll be having a rematch with him potentially, depending on how far I make it. This guy was formerly rank 12 in Kyber. This guy over here rank 13 in Kyber, and then there's 2 guys that outmod me, which doesn't happen very often. So I've got a super tough bracket, and arguably one of the easier opponents, so to speak, in this first match. So we'll see how that goes, and then see which of these powerhouses I'm up against in the next rounds, if this goes well. So I should have a quick look for feats, because I believe there are a bunch, but honestly I'll be happy if I win 1 out of 3 matches this week. Hopefully 2, in the best case 3, but I'm really not going to bother too much to try to get feats, because I've just got to focus on winning and not so much on will I be able to get 12 kills with Han Solo. Find out. Yeah, that's just not really my priority right now. So let's see what my opponent did, and whether he has moved. He has moved. Okay, so he cleared half of my board. He got through my General Skywalker in one go. Now this opponent has historically pretty much always done the exact same thing, so I set a counter strategy to that. He took 3 attempts on Padme, it seems, so that's good for me. If I can only clear half of the board, then I have a chance at beating him at efficiency. Weak stuff in the back here. I was actually thinking that he would go through the top, but looks like he went through the bottom, and that may end up biting him because he wasn't able to cleanly one-shot the Padme team. And then up top here, one-shot this weaker team as well, and then 2 attempts on the Night Sisters, not going anywhere, and the Grievous team not going anywhere either. So he's definitely spent, and in order to beat him I now have to, let's say, I'm not sure how many banners he got here on the Padme team, considering it was his 3rd attempt, but I will have to clear at least 4 teams in one go, or it's going to be 5 teams, and the tricky part for me will be the Darth Revan team that I knew I would find on defense. I'm getting a call here, just going to decline that. So the Darth Revan team that I was going to find on defense, which is very strong. It's got a lot of relics. My Darth Revan is faster than his, but against HK and Marauder, that's really no guarantee. Historically, this is my least favorite variation of the team to fight in terms of my certainty that I'll win. Obviously, my least favorite team is actually the one with Geobrute Alpha, which always just felt incredibly weaselly, but yeah, that guy's over here. So I'll be going up against Darth Revan first, probably, because depending on whether I beat him, I need to be super efficient on the rest to still try to beat this opponent. And over here he's got a Grievous team, reasonably strong. Night Sisters, a little bit weaker, but not to be underestimated still. And then Newt, which is still a tricky team. I believe he's got good speed, if I recall checking correctly. Yeah, he does 271 on Dooku. It's not bad, it's not great. And the Nest here, who stops a CLS counter, considering my CLS is just gear 12, it would take me far too long to burn through all of this protection in order to get the kill shot, especially if she gets any kind of healing tech on her from Watt, which will likely... It wouldn't be the case if I use CLS, obviously, because I get to shoot Watt out, but after that the chances of timing out on Nest are pretty high, even if I leave out C-3PO, who I believe is actually on defense under Padme anyways. but that wouldn't really be a great counter there. So I'll have to think a little bit what I want to do against this one. But yeah, let's get started with the Darth Revan match. Now, it's honestly been forever since I've done a Darth Revan mirror match, because most of our Territory War opponents have kept Darth Revan for offense. The meta has been months and months ago. I think probably the last time I did the Darth Revan mirror was maybe 2 months ago, something like that. So this will be an interesting match for me. I hope it's going to go well, obviously, because it's quite a make or break moment. Just going to quickly check that I still have my speed on there before I go in and blow things up. I do, so let's give it our best shot. Now, unlike many people who love to start with Insanity, I always start with Force Storm, because I have, against this setup, oh my god, I don't. Okay, good. At least I got the Corrupt Battle Meditation there. That would have been stressful. I was looking at the shocks initially and thinking, oh damn, I'm not landing anything. Alright, that's fine. Then I'm going to fear him. And now I get to go before his Marauder, which means I don't want to hit Marauder or he will instantly one-shot someone. And I don't have any taunts up. I have Corrupt Battle Meditation, which means I won't be able to... Okay, good. Now I don't want to throw the grenades just yet, because that will again trigger him and nobody's taunting. So just a basic. And I've got Shock on Darth Revan, that's what I needed, which just got cleared, unfortunately. Hello. There we go. Still got the taunt up. Okay, I thought that might have given the death mark over to Darth Revan, but it didn't. No Corrupt Battle Meditation on anyone. But I do have it. I normally see my HK will go next. Ah, I thought I wouldn't kill him there. Okay. Let's do a special here. Hit a bit harder. Take her out. I could have gone for Darth Revan there, but I'm not sure if I would have killed, because my HK is just gear 12, so he doesn't hit as hard. Now let's try and land a stun here. Nope. But I can do the shock here, so let's do that. Okay, we landed it this time. Unfortunately, no kill shot on their Darth Revan there. That's a pity. I could try to do some damage here, but honestly, I'd rather try to drain him out than do anything else. Let's go for him next. Do either of them still have shocks? They don't. Okay. I think I'll want to put shock on him, but I kind of want to get Darth Revan out of here, so I think I'll do it for him. Yep. And now hopefully I can get these three to survive, so that I still get some decent banners as well. There we go. Well, decent. 51, it's good enough for me. So for me that pretty much secured the win, unless I somehow managed to mess up every other battle, but this was the diciest one considering I haven't done it in a while. But nothing to worry about in the end. Geos then, I'm just going to go with Treya, Scion and Nest. Just to keep it brief, I don't think I really need to try to solo it with Nest. It would be nice to try to keep Treya, but I believe I should just quickly check that the Jaybird Alpha is too quick to... Yeah, he's got quite a lot of speed, and there is a chance of timing out for me, considering my Nest doesn't have super much offense, and yeah, the crit chance is a bit lower, so the risk with Spy is not that high, but I would still rather not unnecessarily risk this match. I mean, I can play it safe here and definitely clear more than him, so there's no reason for me to do anything different. So let's go with these three, and I've been noticing some people around me are growing fonder and fonder of the combination as well. Unfortunately, because the Jaybird Alpha is quicker, they get to attack Treya first. Usually my Scion is quicker. But then again, I don't really mind them going for my Nest early on either, just because she can tank the damage substantially better than Scion. That was the spy hit there, I believe. And it didn't do a whole lot of damage, despite quite a lot of debuffs on there. So now this should be the kill, considering they're all really low on health. There we go. So easy 59 banners. Let's see what's in the back. Normally seen it should be Bounty Hunters, First Order, or Old Republic, some kind of combination of that. It looks like it's Bounty Hunters and Old Republic with L3. Alright, then I'm going to go up top first. Now the teams that I have left, it's probably going to be Jedi Knight Revan over here, then Bounty Hunters Watt over here, though I could probably just do straight up Bounty Hunters and maybe save Watt for something else. Let me check the offense on Mother Talzin. Yeah, it's a bit on the lower side. I could probably do it. I'm not sure I want to. Because despite the lower gears on some of them, it doesn't really matter. What I need is to get the kill on Talzin, and Talia here might dispel all of the debuffs. I mean, very likely is going to dispel all of the debuffs that I put on there. So I think I'll bring Watt just to be safe. Then maybe use Rey Jedi Training against the other team. CLS against one of these, and my Geos against the other one. If I recall correctly, I have Geos for offense, or EP as well, so I've got options. I still have Thrawn as well, I still have my Nihilus, so I've got multiple options to take out some of these teams. So let's make use of them. First I'll do the Grievous battle, just in case that doesn't work out. Then I can clean it up with something. Do I want to check modding? Probably not. I mean, it's the relics mostly speak for themselves here. And I think I already checked it in the past, and I would not have kept this as a counter if I wasn't sure that I would stand a good chance. Okay. And then another basic. All of these hits are usually kind of wasted. I should maybe do a bit of remodding to make sure that's not the case. But considering this is a Gear 12 B2, it doesn't really matter either way. Now I'll immediately try to get a Magna Guard kill, because there's honestly not much of a reason not to. I still have all of my protection, so... Was that a kill? Yes, it was, okay. Never really sure with him. I'll save the heal. Very often I end up losing Jedi Knight Revan around this point. For whatever reason, they just really, really like him. In this case, it was Grandmaster Yoda. Okay. I don't really prefer it either way, to be honest. I would rather have them go for Bastilla, but that appears to pretty much never happen, interestingly enough. Let's put this guy on hold here. Oh, I should have really done a revive there. That was very dumb. Pay attention. Okay, I knew this one would come around, so... There we go. Now, I'm going to put this on Jolie. I need to get his revive back quicker, and I need him to be in better shape than he is currently. And now I'll use the direct focus. Hopefully I'll get him down before he loses it. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to, though. Definitely want to buff myself up a bit now. And get Yoda to reduce his turn meter. I'll actually do the combination of the specials here before doing that, just to keep my team alive a little bit more. No turn meter reduction there. That's unfortunate. And he's going to heal unless I dispel this. I think I would rather dispel him for a second here. That's better. Okay, well, Jolie tanking like a champ. And I have a next direct focus. Yeah, usually you get them back around, but sometimes things work out a little bit different than you thought. I have to make sure I still get to revive my hermit there, because I might just finish it here before I get the chance to. Let's see. Well, Yoda hits hard, but I think I should kill here actually. My Jolie will go before Revan. I don't want Droidica to kill another person. And this should get the job done. Perfect. And now maybe I'll get some banner back. Yoda, maybe. 56, yeah. That's fairly low, but no complaints here for the first attempt. Alright, then I'll go up against Night Sisters next. I'll figure out the other teams later on. I'm not undersizing anything so far. I should actually see how far along I am for undersizing. It's still a week and a half of Grand Arena, so shouldn't be much pressure to get it. Oh yeah, I'm already pretty far. I just need 5 more. So that's going to be okay. I just don't think this week is going to be a week where I get to do it much. Already got 8 stuns. Amazing. Yeah. I mean, I can undersize at least 5 more fleet battles essentially, so I don't really need to undersize anything, but maybe I'll get to against one of the teams that are still standing. But over here, I don't see much of a reason to do it. So let's go with What and the boys. Assuming they're all boys, I mean, they're clones. They've got, well, sort of the founding fathers of the clones, or the inspiration to build them, I guess. But with Bosk, I mean, I'm guessing he's a dude. And What as well. Dengar seems pretty clear, but you never know. I don't want to discriminate any of them. I believe we really only have 2 female bounty hunters, Zam and what's her name again? Aura. I was gonna say Isla, but that's a Jedi. I'm probably triggering so many Star Wars fans by getting all these things wrong. Let's see here. Weapon tech on our boy Boba. Our bounty hunter Boba, sorry. Man, it's so crazy watching them land a double stun when you have the tenacity from Bosk lead. I know they have the potency from Thousand lead, but this is a gear 10 Daka. It's a bit crazy to see them do that every time. Okay, doesn't really matter who I get the double ability block on, because it's gonna be nobody. Now let's see, health tech on you, though I would prefer to cleanse Bosk as well, probably. No reason to use the execute here. Again, people always do this early. There's no point in doing it early. Just do it when you're certain that you're going to get a kill. I could use this one here. There's not much of a reason to. I don't really need to heal, so I'm just going to basic for that one. And Boba is about to take the killing turn, and now I use it and everything's fine. And we'll probably try to go for Talia next, maybe Asajj, but Asajj is the higher relic one, so it's just easier to pick some of the others off. Like, I could execute on Ventress here, but I don't think it's going to kill. I'm not sure. 4 debuffs when she has a lot of health. My Boba's pretty strong. He's got the extra offense, but I'm not sure. Let's give it a shot. I'm just curious. Yeah, see, it's not even close to a killer, actually. Though Django... That's actually weird, because Django did get the kill there, but Zombie's revive still counted. They shouldn't be able to revive on his turn, so that's interesting. That's what I got the Zeta for. What did I get a Zeta for then? I'm confused. Or maybe it was the dots that killed her and I just couldn't tell because of the lag. I'm not sure. Pretty sure that was a Django kill there. Well, either way. Am I going to do what I did last time, which is stalling a lot to try to get all of the health back on my what? which this probably isn't really helping with. I honestly don't think I will for that one banner. Still got 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That was super overkill. Then again, I've got the opportunity to, so I might as well. But nah, it just takes forever. If it's a banner match, absolutely do it. If it's not a banner match, just go do nice things with life. So 3 teams left. I've got Geos, EP, CLS, and Ray Jedi Training. Guessing that Geos would take too long here if Nest gets some kind of health tech. I think she's a bit too tanky for my Spy to one-shot. So she's pretty fast, that does help. But if she constantly recovers all of the protection, the 70k for my amazing gear 11 Spy, that's not so great. Not a huge fan there. So Ray Jedi Training makes sense. It's just that the extortion is not so much fun with that. CLS, the bounty hunters, probably, or maybe EP. Thrawn, that one. I still have Thrawn, right? Don't even remember. Yeah. So I'll probably do that. EP Thrawn over here, CLS over here, undersized, and then Ray Jedi Training over here, and I don't really use Geos. And Geos will probably lose banners anyway, so let's do that. And whatever I fail against, I can adjust my plan. Though we are assuming, of course, that we just nicely one-shot everything. No reason to fail. Thinking, who would I possibly want to bring here? Is there any resistance character? Kinda usually already know the answer. T3 would die. He used to be able to keep up, but nowadays there's usually too much power on some kind of team, so he's kind of fallen out of favor. I used to like him to top back some protection up and in order to dispel debuffs, reduce turn meter, but I'm not so fond of him anymore. Another thing I could do is bring L3, but I don't really have a good way to recover anything on her. And I don't feel like she particularly adds much here, other than maybe she can tank some stuns from Dooku. So I suppose I can do that. Let's just bring her. No real reason for me to go undersized, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I thought he might do that. So now I can burn and then R2 doesn't get stunned. That was sort of the idea. But only 2 exposes, that's not too much. I was hoping for a little bit more. So I don't want Watt to get another tech out here. I might immediately try to kill Dooku, but let's play it safe and go for Watt. Just get him out of here. Yeah, I don't want to end up regretting that. Even though the other team is just gear 11, for the most part, which is nothing too impressive, it would be foolish to underestimate them and get overrun by extortion. Seen this happen plenty of times. And especially in territory wars nowadays, people like to start combining Newt with Geobrute Alpha and Spy and build some kind of separatist team around that. And for a lot of people who try to use Ray Jedi Training, if they don't manage to land a lot of exposes with R2-D2, it just doesn't work out. Let's cleanse all of that. Oh yeah, Finn is also taunting here, of course. Well, he was already stunned anyway. There's no real reason for me to use this. Alright, let's start going after Django here. Dooku is going to die from burning, so not much of a reason for me to go after him. I want to get the first kill on Nude because I knew I would get the burn here. And that would almost immediately kill him again just because he's gear 11. So saving a little bit of time there. And now I can start working on Nest. So she's always going to cleanse whatever debuffs I put on her. And recover protection, so I have to get... Let's just finish this. I have to get the healing immunity on her as quickly as possible and then start cycling through my specials. That's essentially the strategy here. Now I'm almost at full protection. Just going to control her for a little bit longer, try to get a stun. Get the healing immunity, and then we have to start spamming basics. There we go. So let's do that. Just gonna autoplay it for now. And then when she does take a turn, I can take it off autoplay. You have to make sure you don't use any combat hits until Finn or Rage at a Training goes. I could have probably done the basic there, but that's fine. Okay, so she's around half. Oh, this is the worst possible scenario. L3 going. Well, that's fine. This should be a hit. But I'll want to start stacking hits with Finn actually. Use a special when it's available because there's only 1.5 minutes left. And I've been talking a lot, so let's do that. But it is a pretty fast nest, I believe, so I should be okay. This might already kill. Yep. So no full banners. 59, that's actually close enough. I looked like some of them were a little further off there than the full, but sure, I'll take it. And then on defense, indeed, his rebel fleet. So he kept his best fleet for offense, but never really got to use it. He does have Biston, but I believe the pilots are pretty low geared. I was wondering whether he would do this. Yeah. So I have my negotiator on defense, because I knew what he was doing, obviously. And I really thought he would go up top. So I've already won in terms of banners. But let's get the full clear. And demonstrate to the opponent why you should never ever, and I can say ever ever 10 more times, use the same map over and over. Seriously, the least you can do is just make 3 maps. That's all. Make 3 maps, cycle through them randomly, not 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but just cycle through them randomly, and then your opponent never knows what you end up doing. If you don't want to put in any time or effort into this game mode, like devising strategies, etc., just do that. It is so easy, and it stops people from setting up something that exactly counters you. A while back, Arnold, who likes to stream his Grand Arenas, he played up against one of my guildmates, and I helped my guildmate to devise the perfect counter strategy to him. And his face when he finally reached the back wall and saw that both Padme and Darth Revan were there, and essentially almost all of the strong teams on defense, it blew his mind, and a lot of people in the chat started calling them cheaters, started calling my guildmate a cheater. But it's just too easy if people always do the exact same thing. You don't even really need to think about it and do something different. So we fracture him, and then I'm going to start picking off Greedo, maybe Boba Fett. See what we can stun here. Not much is the answer. I always dislike this when you get the first kill on Boba, and then he has way more turn meter than you expected, and he immediately gets an attack in, and you get to clean up the mess. But Dengar is so much worse. Dengar puts Boba to shame in that regard. Oh wow, a stun over there. Let's stick with you for now. He's still ability blocked, so no need for me to shock him. Plus the shock doesn't stop the taunt anyway. Wow, can we get out of the stun here? This is taking forever. But then again, I'm taking a lot of turns, so I guess that's on me. No AoEs, preferably until Dengar can get fractured. Okay, EP here has almost full turn meter, so I swap with him. Put up a shock here. And now I get the fracture. And then I'm going to kill Dengar, ensure that Bosk remains ability blocked. And then recover my protection banners, and we should be good. Yeah, I'll sack some more debuffs. Don't want to kill them too quickly, because actually I kind of need to do a lot of turn meter swaps here still. Oh wow. That's another thing, right? Once people start getting a Relic 7 Emperor Palpatine, his damage is going to be so stupidly ridiculous. Okay, EP first, maybe Vader still, but probably not going to happen, because I'm already hitting him for too much here. And we're down to his health. This one hits a little bit less, I believe. Yeah, it's 2k. Yeah, there's not a chance here. He's dead, so I might as well end it in style with 58. And then finally the Garth team. I'm just going to undersize this with CLS, thinking if there's anything. I'll bring in Old Ben. The turn meter control is really good. He'll lose a banner, but that's okay. I would rather do that than lose a character, because Mission and Canderous can go pretty crazy together. Not sure how Zalbar feels about that, but that's the reality. So let's stun. Probably want to stun Mission, because Canderous is gear 11, and I think I'm going to immediately... Yeah, I was going to trigger him either way. Okay, no problem. Let's put this guy on hold for now. Get a stun on... I mean, all of them can only basic. That's why I really enjoy bringing Old Ben. Also against bounty hunters. It just puts you in so much control. The AoE turn meter removal is crazy. I don't want to trigger Zalbar, although he has buff immunity, so I'm good. I was hoping I would take a turn before I'm there. Nice. Now, there's no reason for me to taunt here, because that might actually make me lose a banner. That's gonna make him taunt and get retribution. And there goes my banner in the end anyway, so that's fine. Here I will taunt, so I don't trigger him, which I end up doing anyway. Yeah, just not enough damage on the gear 12. $60, that's fine. Pretty much what I thought I would end up getting anyway, but I got close to the 61 there. So that leaves me with the fleet. Another thing that's been forever ago, actually no, I did this in the last Grand Arena, didn't I? The mirror match. I just don't remember them. It's crazy how a meta can really turn some things into muscle memory, and you're just used to playing the same team over and over, and it makes you forget some old team that you played over and over, like Jedi Knight Revan or even CLS or all kinds of things from the past. Now usually this is enough, but then again you never know. Let's bring an extra ship. I mean, the Ghost, in terms of damage, it's not going to do much. I might as well just survive and not even call in any more reinforcements, but I'll bring him. I'll bring him. No reason to throw it now, even though I can always clean it up. These are the risks that I'll leave for the matches in which it truly counts. Otherwise, if you take the risk every time, what's exciting about those matches then? Alright, there's not really a good reason for me to try to go after his Falcon here. I can risk it, but I'd rather flood the field first. And maybe get a chance at saving my bigs. Good, I was hoping that would happen. But he's gonna go down here, yeah. Alright, well that's fine. I'm thinking if I should have gone after Phantom first there, because if I don't kill the Millennium Falcon here, for whatever reason, I've seen it happen a million times where you get a random dodge, or no crits like that, or no extra assist, then if the ghost comes in, it's a banner shit show. But this was fine. Still 63, I'll take it. So pretty easy first match of the week then, 19-18, not the best score out there, but then again I went seriously heavy on defense. So that pays off once again, and I look forward to the next matches. They should be really tough, really interesting. There's several people with CLS counters to General Skywalker, which you don't see a whole lot at my GP, which is about 4.5 mil. Most people simply never got to that. So that should be quite an interesting week. So looking forward to it. Thank you for watching. Good luck with all of your Grand Arenas, and I'll see you all again soon.